Sunrise. The Richland Creek Trail here. Back there, somewhere, is a Mapco. This morning, I'm thinking to the boys of summer here. Not only in Tennessee, but across America. In the 7 years that I've been out here among the pines and the wilds. Two men, young men, stand out as I look out on this perch here. After 7 years or so, out among the pines. First one is John, who I met in 14 after being evicted from my home and my community after 10 years or so in downtown Phoenix. Young man, 19, 20, 21. Great young man. And gay at wanting to know, wanting to learn about homeless, I assume, gay life in the dry, crackly cactus desert of the Sahara in downtown Phoenix. To say I was interested is an understatement. To say I was intrigued was an understatement. But my time on the street after 10 years in a home in downtown Phoenix convinced me that, you know, John's needs were beyond sexual. You know, and that it required much more. Certainly that I could not afford him being on the road for the first time in 10 years. Because the road that I had known for years in California was just not the road I found when I found myself on my butt again in Phoenix, Arizona. What I knew for myself and my maintenance, my care for myself was I needed to leave. I needed to get out because like Pasadena before me, you know, it was just, it was getting expensive. I mean, downtown Phoenix was becoming gentrified. There was now ASU downtown. There were, you know, buildings going up with the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism, and, you know, and the rent that, you know, I perceived was just going to go up, 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 up. Much like in Pasadena, California, where I lived for, you know, just about the same number of years, before all that stuff they built around me, you know, the price tag came due, And those who were going to pay for it were the neighbors. So you can't afford it, fine, move. So John, he was a young man, but he had no income. He had no money. He didn't even have like Medicaid, sort of the, like SSI, this poverty pension that homeless guys will get if they don't have a work record. I've met men who, 60 years old, Brian, the Jewish guy, the obnoxious Jewish guy, that I knew in downtown Phoenix. He had SSI, but he really had no work record after 60 some years to give Social Security. So, he had no supplement. He had no other income than this sort of poverty pension that the Social Security Administration gives the poor, women, children, those without work records. And I knew John needed to get one, and I knew that in time he would. I knew that the women in downtown Phoenix, whoever they were, would eventually look after John and provide for him and make sure that he can learn to provide for himself and have an income. Very much like my oldest sister, Debbie, did in California when I, quote unquote, moved there. She got me hooked up with Social Security and got me on disability. So I knew John would be okay as I left Phoenix for the greater world. And I must say, there were many nights and days that I regretted leaving John behind. And I ached for that beautiful young man who wanted to know about, gay life and the gay lifestyle. I just ached. In between, there were young men along the road that filled, at the moment needs wherever they were, along the river, through America, and it was fine. But it was always, shall we say, flash in the pan, with these gold-trousered boys and gold shorts, these Starbucks in uniform. It was always transitory, as I knew it was, and as they knew it was, and as we, lived our life along the riverbank, of America and time. The next young man to impress me and really leave an impact on me and sort of, oh, this is like a landmark. This young man is a landmark. This man is an icon among icons, above the Johnny Cash Black, or the gold of the, shorts of Starbucks, or the gold pants, or this man was a young man who was above tokens, but he was important to me, and I found him here in 19 along the Richland Creek Trail here. And his name was Jonah, and he was sort of the bookend to John that I had met, you know, how many years earlier? 7 years earlier or so. Jonah was a true mountain man. I talk about, oh, I'm a mountain man, I'm a maintenance man, and I'm a hills man. Jonah sure was. Jonah was the real deal. And that there, on the crest there, was home. That's where he camped here, along the greenway here, in Belmead, along the Richland Trail.